Each year, Oregon Heritage, a division of the Oregon Parks and Recreation Department, holds a competitive nomination process to recognize individuals, businesses, and organizations for outstanding efforts to raise the quality of heritage activities in Oregon. Now, in its 14th year, the Oregon Heritage Excellence Award honored 10 winners who have made the most out of their available resources, gone above and beyond the call of duty, and whose work stands as a model for others. 2020 has been one for the record books. Instead of gathering to honor these awardees at the Heritage Conference this spring, Oregonians, along with those from around the world, were sheltering in place. As we continue to find ways to stay connected at a safe distance, on behalf of the Oregon Heritage Department, I hope you will join us in celebrating the accomplishment of these award winners.
David V. Ellis has a near 50-year career in preserving Oregon's archaeological, ethnohistoric, and historic resources. He has consistently demonstrated that compliance-driven research can contribute to broader issues in anthropology and has been a strong proponent of tribal participation in cultural resources management. David Ellis is held in high regard among Pacific Northwest heritage preservation practitioners of all types for his intellectual rigor, personal and professional integrity, respect for others, and engaging conversation. He has participated in several aspects of heritage and cultural resource management, from archaeology to the built environment to ethnographic and historic research, and working with traditional cultural properties. He has worked in government, the private sector, as a teacher, and in volunteer positions, and he's the founding partner and principal archaeologist at Willamette Cultural Resources Associates, Ltd. Ellis has served on several local heritage-related boards and commissions. He established an endowment fund with the PSU department for a graduate assistantship, and he's working with the Gay and Lesbian Archives of the Pacific Northwest on a scholarship program. Ellis believes that tribes deserve a place in determining what and how Native American archaeological sites should be preserved and managed. He sees tribes as having valid contributions to studying the past in their own right, and was among the first private consultants to include oral history information from tribal members in reports. A tribal member who's worked with Ellis had this to say about him: "In all his roles and responsibilities, Dave brings forward the importance of understanding people, practice, and place, a perspective that maintains resources as the focus. His inclusion and subsequent recognition of each tribe's perspective and connection to place has built a relationship of trust for 50 years with tribes throughout the Pacific Northwest." Congratulations to David Ellis on receiving a Heritage Excellence Award for a distinguished 50-year career preserving Oregon's archaeological, ethnohistoric, and historic resources and encouraging tribal participation in cultural resources management.
Hi, I'm David Ellis. I'm an archaeologist who's worked in Oregon for 44 years now, and it's hard for me to express how honored I am to receive this award. It's not something you work to achieve, in the sense that you don't define your life on receiving awards, and therefore I was pleasantly surprised when I received notice of its receipt. I think in terms of the receipt of this award, there's no way I could have earned it without the help of many people, of friends and family, of students, of teachers, of numerous colleagues, and probably in terms of there are individuals that I would really like to acknowledge who've contributed really significantly to my life in many ways, and are the ones that I would not be here without them. I first want to thank my dad for his support of my childhood fantasy of wanting to become an archaeologist, and he was always very proud of what I accomplished. Later in my graduate career, two faculty at Portland State, John Atherton, who's the professor who drew me out here to do graduate work at Portland State. And then Ken Ames, also at Portland State, who never ceased to challenge me in my thinking and who set really high intellectual standards that I've always tried to meet. And finally, my greatest debt in many ways is to Kate French and Von Haida, two cultural anthropologists who introduced me to the Warm Springs community. And the tribal elders I came to know at Warm Springs and then Johnson Mennonic at Yakima have helped me see the landscape and the world with new eyes. And that in many ways, in terms of my professional career, has been the greatest contribution. So thank you again for this award. Again, it's hard to express how appreciative I am.